Okay, just a quick video just showing the River Systems incubator up and running and the nebula. Pretty simple in operation. Takes a little while for it all to settle out, so give it 20 minutes or so to get it up to temperature, etc. But in short, I've got it set at 37.5 at the moment. If you want to increase it or decrease it, it's pretty simple to do. So on here, you can just, as the P comes up, increase it to say 37.9. Let's just try that for a moment. It takes a few seconds and it will start to increase the temperature. You'll typically see this blue light come on, showing that the resistor, the heat resistor thing, is starting to work, and it will increase it up to 37.9. When it reaches the desired temperature, it should hold like that. You should start to see that blue light go off in a minute, because that's indicating that the inside temperature is settled at 37.9 and the resistor is no longer needed to heat it up anymore. It should go off in a second. There you go. You've got your automatic turner. You can probably hear it going in the background. If you don't want to use the nebula to sort out the humidity, you can just use the standard water tank. So there's one down here which is supposed to fill up for the first 18 days, and on the last few days of hatching you fill up the secondary one. So in the past I have used it, but since buying the nebula it's been better and more efficient, so more accurate, get better hatch rates, so I'm not bothered with them. That's that. Nebula is just a hose that reaches into the back of the incubator. If you don't want to use it, you can just put a bit of duct tape over the hole. But similar in design and programming, you literally just set it to the desired. It's set at 58 at the moment %, but you can increase it to say 60. It takes a few moments to increase, but you'll see over time that this will kick in, and you'll see this little blue thing show, which is where it's using the ultrasonic system to pump moisture through the tube and into the incubator. It monitors the humidity inside the incubator by this cable here, this lead. There's a little sensor inside there. I just put it straight through like that, but you can always pop it in through the well hole if you prefer not to have it like that. It's up to you. That's just how I do it. So as I say, it will take a few moments, probably 10-20 minutes, to start increasing and get to the desired humidity in there, but as you can see, it will hold steady once it does. What it will happen, I don't know if you can pick it up, but in that center tube right in the middle, it's not very good. You can just about see it, but there's moisture being pumped out, warm air. It's hard to really see on a camera, but you can just see little puffs of cloud which are being pumped into the incubator as we speak. So that will continue until it starts creeping up to the desired humidity. But really, once you set it, again, it'll probably take 20 minutes to get up there. Once you set it to the desired humidity, it will hold it consistent, which is perfect for hatching, obviously. It comes with a base tray, which you don't put in initially, but that's just for the last few days of hatching. So when you turn the turner off and take the egg trays out, you can put your eggs directly on this and they will hatch on the egg tray. Comes with all your manuals. There's one for the nebula. There's a little flyer here, just shows you the parts and egg types, etc. Spare parts if you ever need them. You've got your main manual for the incubator. So it's in different languages, but the second section is English, which is this one. And you can see it's a 2020 year model, so not that old, really, 5 years old. It goes for all the different parts, warnings, technical stuff, egg storage, preparation, all the charts for the amount of days, incubation days, and how many basins, etc. you should use at any time. It talks about hatching, reasons why you might not have a good hatch rate. You know, it's not all down to incubator at the end of the day. It could be that you've got old eggs or infertile eggs, etc. And then cleaning and stuff. So yeah, that's that. You've got a box for the nebula, and there's a few bits like a cannula and some thermometers if you want to stick those in. There is a big box for the incubator too, but obviously inside here it's now obviously going to drop the temperature. You've got your egg holders, and the turner is connected just there to this one, so that will slowly turn the eggs. There's a little sensor, I just clip it onto the side there, but you can pop it on this little green rivet here if you want to, or wherever, if you want to put an egg in there and it's hampering it. And that's obviously where the tube comes in the back, pumping in the moisture. So now this will mess up everything because the temperature's already dropped to 36.5, and it'll probably still drop until it starts warming back up. There you go. And consequently the humidity's dropped as well. 54, 50.9, etc. 36.3 we're on now. Still dropping because you've let cold air in, so there's not much condensed air in the incubator at the moment. And this is the beauty of this incubator. Once you've kind of candled the eggs, maybe on day 7 or 8, outside of that, I wouldn't personally open it at all until you get to day 18, and then you have to obviously turn the motor off, take the eggs out, pop them on that tray. But it will, once you've done the candling, it will get back to the desired temperature and humidity, and keep it at that constantly, you see. So this is now creeping back up, 46.4, and this should get up to, what do we say, 60. This is settled at 37.9, and it's programmed to do 37.9. That's good. Obviously that's a little bit on the high end. I think 37.5 is kind of where you want to be, but and this will just keep going up now until it gets to that 60 marker. It probably will go over the 60 marker a little bit initially, but then it will settle out, drop back down to 60. It's quite a finicky thing, but once it gets to the desired humidity, it will hold it consistently. And when you have like big change in temperature like then, when you've opened up the incubator, it will rise quite quickly. But when you're just modifying it straight from there and the incubator's been closed, it takes quite a while for it to get up the temperature. So I would always recommend, before you start putting eggs in it, to make sure give yourself plenty of time. You know, it says, I think in the book, at least 20-30 minutes. I'd maybe go a little bit longer than that to get it to the right temperature, humidity and temperature. So 51.6. I can't remember what it was on before. Was it 58? So it should go up over 58, up to 60, and like I say, it probably will go slightly higher. Hatch rates of this incubator are very good. You are supposed to use distilled water in the nebula, just because you get limescale build up otherwise, both obviously in the tubes and all the components of that, but also in here. And there's a fan in here, a resistor or heat what do we call them? I can't really call them now. A heat thing and sensors and stuff. It's pretty basic in design, but you will get calcium build up and stuff in here if you're not careful. So you are supposed to clean it regularly, and there's instructions on how to disinfect, etc. in there. So we're still creeping up, 54.2, 54.4. As it gets closer and closer and closer, it will take longer and longer and longer to get to the desired humidity. And you fill it up once, it'll probably do, but you probably have to fill it up twice actually, especially, you know, come day 18 when the humidity needs to be higher. So yeah, it's pretty simple to do though. You literally just lift it off, and under there's a screw type cap. You just turn it upside down. Obviously, take the cap off, fill it up with water, screw it back in, and just plonk it straight back on top. So really simple. 55.7. I'm not going to wait because it's going to take too long, but you get the idea. It's creeping up. It will get up to 60 and you'll be good to go. Similarly, if you want to just drop this down, you can just drop this down a little bit. I don't know, to that for instance sake, 37.7, and it will drop down. There you go. 36.6.